In our family, we always learned that you don't end the night without saying sorry.
Yes, yeah.
So I would always try to talk through it.
Mm-hmm.
So somehow, like...
And I was raised kind of differently.
Yeah.
You don't really just...
So she learned how to talk through things so much. And then one day, it reversed.
I don't want to talk anymore.
I don't want to talk anymore. And she just wants to... That's what happened. So I don't know. We had that.
So for couples who struggle with the same kind of issues, what have you learned and how do you resolve these issues as a married couple?
Well, I think I prayed for you for a while on it. I think that I kind of just said, well, that's his thing. If he wants to waste his life, he can waste his life. I even told his brother, like, it's a waste of time if he wants to waste his life.
But underneath both of them is, I think, understanding why. Why does whoever it is? So in my case, why did I give into porn or gaming? What was the root of that? And the answer for me, the one-word answer is Jesus. But how does Jesus deliver the freedom? It's actually a little more complicated. It's not as you say one prayer and you're done. One of it is the spiritual component. The other is the emotional and physiological attachment. So you have to deal with them both. So why does a person like what they do? But why do they get stuck doing things? Usually it's because there's a deficit they're trying to fix. There's something empty or something I'm trying to do. Or I actually have an addiction that is like, it's like a drug addiction, for example. How do you get the person off drugs?
And then we had a conference at church and someone gave the altar call. And then I stood up and I thought, this is crazy. And we're at CCF, everybody's there, and I'm like, this is crazy. Everybody's going to see me stand up. What am I doing?
Why am I asking Jesus for help?
Yeah, and so but I was like, I don't care, I'm going to stand up. And then the same pastor, he spoke again the next weekend, and I was backstage with our baby at the time, and he gave the altar call again. And I knew I didn't need to stand up again, but I stood up again backstage because I just felt that my heart was really being, like, I guess, hopefully softened back then. And then I just recently now, since now I have 3 kids, realized, what does anger accomplish at the end of the day? You're angry, you feel okay, but how does it leave the other party? So what are they dealing with in their own heads?
I did all my crying yesterday. Had a busy day. Yeah. So I think that's one of the things is God, in both of our lives. It's just so much to work on even today, right? Even doing this video, I was asking her, are you sure we want to tell people that, we're still not completely okay. We're still working through our marriage, and you're still dealing with anger and forgiveness. I'm Lord willing, done. But dealing with discipline in my eating and other things, and by God's grace, He really dealt with those 2 things. I mean, if I wanted to, I could game tonight. If I wanted to look at porn, I could fire it up in a heartbeat. But I don't want to. And by God's grace, Lord willing, I will never go back there. So I am free today.
Amen.
It's a great feeling by God's grace. And it's all His grace, right? Like I said, He made me sick to be free. So it's His grace. Are you free? How's the forgiveness? Because we talk about that as her area.
You know what? What's beautiful about this interview is people look up to you as from the family of the Tanchis and perceive you as this part of this perfect couple,
Perfect
right?
family.
Perfect family. But the reality is we're not perfect at all, and we all need the grace of Jesus Christ to help us, and we're all working through something.
Yeah.
True.
Even though you've been Christian for many years, we're still working on something. So that's why we all need Jesus.
Amen. Thank you.
It just reminds me of the verse, he who the Son has set free is free indeed.
Amen.
Yes.
Going on the other side, like what do you like most about
Jennifer?
Yeah.
Jennifer is when she's happy, when she is, she's one of the most what's the word here? When she walks in a room, she likes to talk to everyone. She is kind. She has no guile. You know, like I said, she didn't know what porn was before, so she has a very joyful disposition. She's great at. She loves crafts. She's a very simple lady. I don't have to. She doesn't ask me for diamond rings and everything. She makes her own jewelry.
Nice.
What do you like about
She's a good gamer.
No, he's funny. He's really funny. Like, I mean, just his
It makes you
faces.
laugh.
His faces. He makes me laugh when I'm able to laugh. Yeah.